Hello, and welcome to Lab Assignment and Solution CIT-06-L4 Advanced Queries. In this lab, we'll learn how to display query results in a graphical illustration. We'll also practice graph creation using advanced query techniques. This lab should take about 20 to 40 minutes, and the requirements: you should have a basic working knowledge of Splunk. And as far as environment and tools, you should have VirtualBox with Linux, which is what we have here, an Ubuntu 20.04 release, and you should have Splunk installed. Okay, let's get started. So we're on page 3, and it says start your Ubuntu machine, which we already have started, and click on Activities, and go to Terminal. And then we get a terminal screen, and we want to go ahead and open up the Splunk and make sure Splunk is started. Bin Splunk start. Okay, it's going to prompt me obviously for my password. Splunk is now starting. And in this case here we have, let me just get a little bit more real estate. It says it's waiting for the web server, and this is the IP address that we will go to. So in step 3, it says go to localhost port 8000. I'm going to actually open it from here, but you can go to the browser directly and type it. And if all goes well, I will end up at the Splunk Enterprise screen. And in this case here, we're going to type in our password. Now, the assumption here is that you have completed labs L1, L2, and L3, and this is a continuation. So all of this has been pre-installed and configured and ready to go. So if you haven't, please look at the video library and complete those exercises of CIT-06-L1, L2, and L3. Okay, so we're on page 4, and it says Search and Reporting. I click on that, and then when we get to the search box, it says use the query source equals varlog authlog authentication failure stats count as failed logins count by user. So I'm going to right click on this, copy, put it into the search box, paste, and I want to make sure that the count as is failed login user. This looks fine. And actually, I just forgot to do one more quick thing here, is all time, because we can have some old ones in here as well. And I see a couple of users. I see John, and I see testlog. John has 8 bad password attempts, or failed logins, and testlog has 6. Now I can go to visualization, as it says in step 6, and I can see the visualization based on by John and also by testlog. And also on page 6, I can go ahead, instead of looking at column chart here, I can look at different options here. So in column chart, I can go into pi, and I can see a distribution, testlog versus John. And then once more, we can use the query source to search by user. So we're going to source and see who has greater than 3. I copy. I paste this in here, which is, I didn't do that properly. Let's go back into our lab document, copy, and paste. And let's just make sure this looks right. So it's the varlog, authlog, authentication failure stats, count as failed login counts by user, and search failed login counts greater than 3. I want to make sure we have all time. I click the magnifying glass, and we get our results, and we're at visualization. So we know that John had greater than 8, testlog had greater than 6. We have our pie chart distribution. It takes us to the end of this screen, and it also takes us to the end of this lab. I hope you found this useful. See you at the next one.